It's a motherfucking real wave. It's a motherfucking real ass wave. It's a real wave, a real wave. It's a motherfucking real wave. It's a motherfucking real ass wave. I just really wanna know, how do I feel that way? It's a motherfucking real wave. It's a motherfucking real ass wave. It's a real wave, real ass wave. It's a motherfucking real wave. It's a real ass wave. And I really wanna know, how do I feel that way? Real wave.
And I'm like, yeah, bro, I got you. It's a what you would call a community in its own, though, bro. They all respect each other. Like, you know, like my boy will never ask me like, yo, can I get your boys connect for this type of smoke?
Right, because that's not ethical. It's not the right thing to be doing. But see, my thing is, only fuck with people who already know that.
Oh,
you feel
bro,
what I'm saying?
Literally,
because
bro.
Not people don't got that code on them.
Bro,
like some things is
right
in
now.
you, not on you, and that's why everybody shouldn't play in the streets.
Damn,
you feel
sure.
what I'm saying?
I ran into a handful of them people, bro, and I'm gonna tell you, I was damn near ready to beat them up.
I can only imagine.
I literally got 4 people in my list of notes that will never leave until I either get paid or we have a conversation.
Yeah.
Regardless if it involves gloves or not.
He said, damn, my boy ready to put them things on and go to war.
Yeah, I'm not trying to mess nobody's face up or get my face messed up, so you know, I'll put some gloves on.
Put some gloves on. Rag tag on a motherfucker. Hey, I think more squabbles, like more people need to squabble up, especially men, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
We in this shoot 'em
I
up, bang
agree.
bang. Like some things is just like, hey man, I need to test your jaw. Like I need to touch you, homie. Like
It's a good release.
you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And you need to know that it's consequences.
Yes.
Yes, it's free speech. You can say whatever you want, but that don't mean I get to accept what you just said. And you
Some
get to
people go too far.
For sure.
And they need to learn.
They definitely, some people need their jaw rocked.
Yeah.
The world was a better place when people was getting socked for real.
My old manager had the biggest talk in the world, but I guarantee you he has never been hitting his jaw in his life. Bro.
Yeah, you could just tell.
He was one of them that definitely needed to be punched. He was talking crazy out of the blue for no reason.
Out of the
bro.
blue.
Yeah, just
out of the blue.
I'd have to walk away, bro. I'd be like, yeah, you need to get your ass beat, dude, for real. We agree on a lot of things, but not everything. Bro.
Not everything. Yeah. And some people are just like so outwardly with their opinions. Cause I was telling, like, especially, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
He was one of them.
Especially like white folks. Like,
yes,
I feel like,
I agree with you, bro.
Because like a lot of black people was raised to like, hey, mind your business,
keep to yourself,
speak when spoken to, know who you speaking around,
right.
Like know what situation you stepping into. Think about it.
Right.
When you raising young black kids, you gotta tell them how to step in the world. You gotta be aware of what's going on, who's in the room, when to say this and when to freely speak about that.
Right.
And so naturally, when we go into the workplace, we take that with us, like, you know what I mean? Most of the time. I'm not saying for everybody. But then you see like certain white folk who just like
bluntly talk about
just
whatever,
out of turn,
bro.
like, bro, I wasn't even talking to you, number one. Like, hey, like, second of all, like, mind your business.
Yeah.
Second of all, like, you know what I mean? Like,
he was
your lack of awareness is offensive to me.
Yeah, he was literally that person, bro. You're talking about, like, I'm like, bro.
Yeah. And then that's why I encourage. I think this is a conversation about race, but like, I think like white people need to understand that there's like, you should go out and seek relationships with people who are non-white because it makes you a smarter person. Because a lot of the people that do that, what you mentioned, they like only congregate around white folk, so that's kind of like a thing, and it's like
I'll tell you
they
that
don't
first
realize
from
that,
a white person.
Yeah, like
I know.
If they were just around other people, or like if they just found a black person that they can feel safe about, and you know what I mean, and kind of like
they'll claim they have one, but they don't.
Yeah. Everybody claims they have one, but that's not an excuse. That's
you can just tell the way they are whenever, like, because I work customer service, and for example, this guy that I'm talking about came from a very racist family, and I know that. And sometimes I talk about I gotta walk away, just too cringe for me. I can't do it.
Yeah,
motherfuckers don't know how to act around people that aren't him. And he's just too open about it when people aren't around and stuff. And like,
he's a racist.
Sure. But he tried to act like he's not.
Yeah, of course. I mean, but
I even called him out on it once.
Yeah.
Tries to tell me, he's like, I got this friend, I got that friend. Like,
oh my God.
I hate it, bro. I hate it when they do that shit, bro.
Because so I was having this conversation with my boy because we was talking about homeboy. And obviously, he was a white boy.
Stereotypical.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what's funny? I have learned more about how to stand up for myself as a black man from white people.
For real?
Yes. Let me be honest with you, bro. It was white people that brought it to my attention. Like, hey, bro, like, when I'm around so-and-so and he's saying nigga this and nigga that,
bro,
like that bothers me,
bro.
And I'm like, damn, you right. Because you know what? Every time somebody like speaks out of turn like that, says that word or whatever, I'm not gonna say I've always clocked it and checked them on it, but there always has been some sort of a cringe in me. And like, that's telling you something. You know what I mean? That's telling you like, hey, that is uncomfortable. And so, and people should like know that. And so if you are saying that without the awareness of like that could possibly be very uncomfortable for certain people to hear, not even just black people, certain people in general, period, then that level of unawareness is a bit offensive to me. And then you got the entitlement of like, oh, well, why can't I? I've said it this, no one said anything type of like energy. And I thought hard about that. And I was like, you know, me and this guy had a long history, right? And this person knows everything that I've been through in my life and everything, you know what I mean? We got like a 15-year plus history.
Yeah.
And so despite all that, it leads to a situation where you do some foul shit, right? Cool. Then you going around saying this and that, and you feel entitled, but you don't even care about the hearts and the minds of black people. Yeah. You just want to ingratiate yourself so that you feel that you have a home in something that you don't even understand what it is to be like. Yeah. Because that's why when people think that it's cool to be basically a drug addict, to be poor, to be broke, all the black negative tropes
and
about hip hop, it's not. It ain't like all the real niggas that's been in my life, they tell me, bro, we trying to do better than this. This is just what we do to survive, and we just outside. Like, bro, I ain't got no degree. I got charges. I got, you know what I mean? We doing this, that, and third. It's like, nigga, you got some sense. Go do something for real.
Yeah, for real.
You know, that's real niggas. So if you ain't got no real nigga in your life and you out here, nigga this, nigga that, nigga who? You feel me?
Bro,
nigga who?
Bro.
That's how I feel, because it's like real niggas care about the hearts and the minds of other black people.
Yeah, they do.
Real niggas.
Yeah.
Not just, you know, how to look cool, how to stunt, how to do this, do that. So yeah, I thought about that. Anyways, I don't really like to, you know, talk about it a lot, but it's been a lot this year, surrounding a lot of different things in the community. And,
a lot of bullshit going on.
Yeah. And like, I feel like in any community, in any family, you're going to have tough situations, tough relationships to like navigate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, bro. Nobody's the same person.
I don't know. Okay, I ain't gonna say I don't know, but I might know like 2 or 3 families where I'm like, yeah, they family probably never argues or something like that.
Yeah.
But most people I know, they got real tension in their family somewhere in their you feel me, like real tension.
No.
Like
it happens in my family all the fucking time. It was last Sunday we did our family dinner, and I think we were all together for 20 minutes before Josh stormed out the house. So.
he got in his feels.
Big time.
Oh shit. Oh God. I mean,
and if it ain't him, it ain't somebody. That's for sure.
Caden, your mom.
Literally. Shit, it could be me. I ain't gonna storm out though, but I might get pissy.
But it'd be a something where it's like, yeah. I'll be right back. I'm about to grab oh shit. I'm about to grab water.
Yeah, you straight.
Need one?
I got one.
You keep you a water, my boy. I'm trying to get like you when I get grown.
I'm a smoker, bro. Sadly. And I knew I was going to be over at bro's house, so.
We need a little fridge in here. Just keep water. I know that probably sounds lazy as fuck. But
Hell no. Really, I got wood. If you want to clean it, you can have it.
For real?
It's a
Is
little
it decent? I need some little.
It worked before I put it in the garage and just left it there. It's sitting on top of my other fridge, my fridge in the corner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if you want, you gotta clean it though. I ain't gonna clean it.
You my dog. Like, how bad is it to clean though? Is it like foul or what?
I've had fouler. I would say if you leave it out or leave it in the shed open for a while and just like keep spraying some bleach and Febreze, you'd be cool after a week or something. But
is it decent? Like, I probably wouldn't have it in the camera shop. It'd probably be sitting off like where I can just kind of grab a.
Yeah, no, it's decent. It just like I said, it needs cleaning. It's the one I bought. I used to have in the basement at the old house because the basement was.
Oh, you did
huge.
have that room for a while.
Yeah. So it's just set in the garage since I moved out, bro. It ain't. I thought about cleaning it to sell it, but I'm not going to. If you want it, you can.
Bet. You know what I think about when I think about the basement from the house you grew up in?
What?
Nerf wars.
Oh my God, bro.
Nerf wars.
Those were the best.
I know.
Oh, they really were though.
Those were some good times.
Bro, I missed the house. I should never let it go.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously we've talked about
like sentimental.
There's a lot of emotional parts that I'm glad I left there, but bro, that house had so much. Like literally, it had that. The shop that Grandpa had.
Right.
You know that really was the pool house. Like that literally had a bathroom, kitchen, everything before you turned it into. Right, she was trying to configure it back into that, bro. But if you think about it, if I'd have gutted that and remodeled that into like a game room and shit by the pool house with the smoke room, dead ass, bro.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And then I would have just had to remodel a lot of shit in the house, because it was getting older.
It was getting old, but you could have.
That had an upstairs, a middle, a basement.
Mm-hmm.
A pool,
and I mean,
pool
just
house,
in the neighborhood,
double car garage, and the neighborhood was chill as fuck.
I love the neighborhood, bro. Like that, I think of Belmont all the time. It was like the chillest neighborhood.
Chill, bro.
There wasn't no bougie people. Everybody minded their business.
Everybody minded their business.
There wasn't no big time like drama or crazy shit where we was at.
Especially where I live now, motherfucker. My shit's constantly. I got literally tweakers across the street.
Tweakers right down the street right here.
Fucking bullshit, bro. But yeah,
that is the shit, man.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of days, bro, where I'm like, why did I let that house go? My grandparents had to take out, refinance the house a few times over their years because, they had their problems. So there was still like $120,000 left in the house to pay. But,
yeah,
I think it'd have been worth it.
Yeah.
But my goal right now, is to buy some houses and rent them out eventually. And I would have done it with that one. I'd have kept it. I probably would have never wanted to leave.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I did it when I did while I was already down.
I also think about like, what if my grandparents would have held on to
Yeah, for real.
The house that
man, bro. Wouldn't it have been nice if one of them would have set us up for something, shit, bro?
Right. Yeah, that would have been nice.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
I had the blue truck, and then it got stolen, bro. That would have been the only thing Pops would have left me, bro.
Left you for real.
Yeah, cause his like military, they leave you $1,000. Stupid. But his cremation and everything, bro, that was like $2,300. So you're like, the fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I was grateful for what I had for sure. That ain't gonna no cap. It was just like you said, it would have been nice if they'd have left some shit, you know. I mean, I know grandma's still around, but still would have been nice. She invested into a crib here in Wichita for you, you know.
Right.
Or
would have like
stuck around.
But I don't blame her in a lot of ways, bro. I'm gonna tell you why. Because she came here with my grandfather.
Nah, yeah, I know. I remember.
And like
yeah.
it was, I think it was a dark time in her life when she was just kind of like.
I remember you telling me.
And I think she wanted to date as well, and I think that was kind of hard to do in Wichita with so many people that my granddaddy knew and all that shit.
Yeah. No, I don't blame her for that.
I don't blame her, but it would be nice. I guess what I would ultimately ask for, if I could, is that my grandfather took better care of his health.
Yeah.
I think that would have probably, and I mean that in a lot of different ways, not just physically, but also his addiction. Like, he was an alcoholic. He was a very functional alcoholic.
Yep.
He was an alcoholic. And, you know, he did other drugs, too.
I don't think I ever seen him without a beer in his hand.
Yeah, without a beer. Like, he needed a shot. Like, that nigga didn't even seem like he woke up until he drank. You feel me? Like, nigga, I ain't even myself yet.
The only time I ever seen him happy was when I came over and they would be throwing them parties, bro. And I think that's the only time he ever greeted me with a smile. And I'd be like, I'd be still low-key, like, scared. Like, all right, yeah, what's up?
Oh, shit.
Where's Jamal?
Yeah. He'd be like, Jamal, you got some company. That's what he said. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Because my granddaddy was like a mix between chill, country, and like a city Chicago person. You know what I mean?
That.
Like, he was a blend of all of, like, he was chill. He had the street Chicago-ness in him.
Definitely
but he had a countryness about him.
He definitely
So
did.
it was kind of, Jamal,
Yep.
he got company up here.
The way
you know what I mean?
He be wearing that snapback and shit.
Yeah, he wear a snapback. He wear a button up. You know what I mean? He loved to keep the house clean.
Oh my god!
Especially on Sundays, he loved the shit to have a certain rhythm and a vibe to it.
Yep, the
like
loud music. Man.
Him and my grandmother never argued for real. They would get irritable, but that's everybody. They would have disagreements. They would even get to the point where like they fucking mad at each other for a little bit. Yeah. But it was never a big thing, a multi-day thing. There was never no. Yeah, my grandma would get fussy and she would say little shit.
Would they be breaking shit or anything?
Hell no.
See, that ain't a real.
Hell no.
Punching walls, breaking shit.
Hell, bro. That's why I'm saying like.
Yeah, that's what, man.
It definitely gave me it. I mean, and I think in a lot of ways, that's why I'm not like destructive in that way. Like even with my relationships, get contentious. I don't know what that is. I've just never been around it.
No,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have punched a hole in the wall. That was like a one-time thing. Yeah. It wasn't like, nigga, there's 7 holes in the wall in this bitch. Like,
yeah, bro. Nah,
you're like, yeah.
You're right. Cause,
and that hey, I ain't gonna lie. That one time I punched a hole in the wall, I went to therapy after that. I was like, I can't do this, bro.
Nah, yeah, you're right. Cause I grew up watching my dad do that stupid shit, and I did it a few times with Jessica, and it's definitely stupid, bro.
Yeah.
I never seen my grandpa do that. Now he get mad at certain things, certain scenarios, but not my grandma.
Yeah.
But he would take it out on some things too.
Yeah. I really. Your grandpa was so cool, but he did have this thing. Was like, you do not want to piss him off,
bro. No.
You do not want.
I'll tell you first.
You do not want to get on his bad side.
I seen him with oxygen in his nose and walking with a cane and toss all that shit off his nose and throw the cane and throw Terry on a wall with his neck, bro, choking him on a wall. Like, yeah, I was like, nah, you're 60-something years old doing this shit. I can only imagine you at fucking 30, 40 years old.
That's why, like, these young kids, they usually crash.
Bro. I mean, I have, like, small memories of, like, stupid shit. Like, this dude pissed him off when I was, like, 10 or something or less at the gas station. and he flung the door so hard open, it damn near flew off the hinges, and it hit these people next to us, and they were so scared of him, they didn't even say nothing. And the dude that he was walking up to hopped in his car so fucking fast and peeled out, bro. I don't remember what it was about, and whoever was in the car, like, was my mom's boyfriend or something, was trying to, like, hold him back and, like, trying to hold his arm. He couldn't even hold one arm down, bro. He said, "Get the fuck off me." Damn near elbow, bro. Yeah, I was scared fucking shitless. This was an old-ass truck that we used to be in. But yeah.
Who do you think, like, as a man, had the biggest influence on you in your life?
My grandpa. Oh, 100%, bro. Yeah. He taught me more things than more things than most people probably were taught my age.
Yeah.
Took me to the ranch every damn weekend, bro.
Yeah, I remember the ranch.
We used to have rentals, like, through the family, so
I do remember you saying that.
He used to take me to rentals. We would place floors.
He taught you how to do shit.
Plumbing.
And, like, I don't think that's much of a thing anymore. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, men are needed. Like help somebody build something. Yeah. Like, it's not just about, like, I could fuck around in here and you know me. But if I need to roll up my sleeves and do something, I'm still gonna get off my ass. I'm not a fucking couch potato. I don't live on the internet.
He would come out with his walker and oxygen if I'm out there working on the car, just to because I'd be like struggling. I'm like, "Grandpa, I can't figure this out." Yeah, and we talk about it. I come inside, talk about it a few times, and like we get to that point, he's like, let's get out there. He come out there with the motherfucking walker, the oxygen, struggling to get out there. Yeah, he get down there.
Yeah, he'll tell you like, hey, you gotta love it, bro. Because like, I remember even a couple times like I might have a car issue. Like, let me talk to Grandpa. Let me see what he says.
Yeah, literally.
And then we would figure it out. I'll never forget. He let me borrow a few $100s I needed to get my first car. You remember that?
Oh yeah, holy shit, bro! I'll never.
Yeah, I was very grateful for that.
Yeah, that's
and that
crazy.
was a cool.
I forgot you got your car at the same place.
Hell yeah, I had that Lincoln, that big body boat, boy.
Oh, I'll never forget the car. I ain't never forget the car.
And that bitch had that AC blowing.
That did have a fire as AC.
Yeah, and it was just like. That got me in the love of Lincolns and luxury.
I remember.
Because I'm like, nigga, I didn't give a fuck about going fast. I just didn't want a comfortable ass. Like, I was around.
We were different in that part.
Yeah, you wanted some fast, exhilarating shit.
For
I'm
sure.
like, I just need something cool. I was floating in that bitch. But it had an issue. It had some sort of like leak. I remember like something was going on with it, and I sold it. And I sold it for like damn near double
what you got.
Then I paid for it. And it was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, you ended up definitely coming out on top on that bitch.
Yeah, because I think the body on it was clean.
Then you got the Prelude, I think.
Yeah, I got to see. I wanted something cool and hip. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I really should have kept the fucking Lincoln, fixed it up. The body on that bitch was
I love the Prelude. That shit was fire.
The Prelude was definitely dope, but that bitch was already fucked up.
I know.
It had hella miles on it.
That was all Jordan Manning's influence.
Yeah, but it was so cool because it was the black one.
Nah, it was such
It had
a
the
vibe.
sunroof. I put the system in that bitch. I'll never forget.
I remember installing it for you. I know.
I'll never forget my 18th birthday, bro. Just bumping and just...
Remember we went up
listen to Mac Miller. Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Oh, man, rest in peace for sure. We went up to Century 2 to buy you a new amp. Remember that?
Oh, I don't remember that actually.
No, you don't.
But I don't remember how I got an amp, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So what happened was I got a new one, and I had sold you one that I was using, and then it stopped working or something like that. And so I think I was feeling gracious, and we just went up there and bought one. I installed it in your car. Yeah. Remember that shit?
Not necessarily, but
yeah, because I think I had fucked that one up when I was installing it, so I felt bad. And then we went up to Century 2 that same day, I think, low key, because they were having like a little convention up there, or it was that weekend. I remember, bro, because I was working on your amps, plugging. Because remember, I did all that shit for my Intrepid, the truck, all that. I had the shit in the Intrepid too. But anyways, I was doing all that, and I remember something went wrong, I can't remember everything, but something that went wrong, and we went up there and ended up buying that. It was like $80, bro. It wasn't nothing crazy, but and your shit was bumping. I remember I was like, damn, I should have bought me one of these or something.
Yeah, that bitch was bumping. It had the sunroof, and it was cool.
Yeah, that shit was fire, bro.
And it was a little coupe type of deal.
That's what I liked. It was smooth, like.
Yeah.
See, I've never owned a coupe, so I always like the feeling of being this.
Yeah, and it had a little, little VTEC look. I didn't give a fuck about that, but Jordan thought it was cool. But yeah, man.
I remember I went with you to buy that motherfucker.
Yeah.
For the dude on the apartments.
Hell yeah. The white boy.
Yeah.
He was looking to get rid of it, man. It was a time to just like, I just feel like being like that sense of being a kid and just like growing up and like doing something for the first time and the feeling you get with that.
No, yeah, 100%. It's nostalgic.
It's hard to recapture that the older you get.
Mm-hmm.
Like life just starts to kind of feel mundane.
I think that's why people try to feel that in their kids, you know?
Yeah. And yeah, it goes back to that.
The older you get, the more you start to be like, oh, okay, I see why you do all that shit with your kids. Well, the good parents anyway.
Right, the good parents, right. You know, my sister, her son, and she went to the zoo for Mother's Day, and they took some cute photos and stuff.
It's cool.
And it was just like, damn, I love to see sis, and just kind of like, cause she's fulfilling a part of her and her dream and her legacy. That's
being
cool,
a good parent.
Being a good parent, like breaking generational curses and stuff like that. So
yeah, no, that's awesome, bro. I'm hella happy for her. Her and her girl still been going strong.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up.
Them motherfuckers tight, man. I love that shit.
Bro, she's such a good girl.
I know, man. My sister
seems so happy every time they come around.
Yeah, like my sister is like, she's like one of my best friends. We don't talk every day, but she's very introverted. But when I do call her, we talk, and it's always the same thing. And I was just telling my other sister this, like when it comes to Tiara, I just know she's off doing the right thing. Like,
you ain't worried about it.
I ain't gotta worry about her.
For sure.
She's doing the right thing. I know she is.
No, for sure.
And so that's the beautiful thing about having that type of relationship. And then I got other siblings where I'm like, man, I wonder what bro got going on.
Bro, literally though.
You know what I mean? So it's like, wow. Yeah. Well, this has been another episode of the Reelwav Podcast. It's your host, Panda Reed.
And your guest, Zack.
And your guest, Zack. And we are out. Love.